Hi everybody, how are you today? We are in a super fun event today and we're gonna have some fun. So on right before me was Heidi and then Anne, and so we just got a great lineup, and the best place to watch everybody is in the Crafty Bunch. Oh my goodness. It's still early. Even though it's 11 o'clock here on a Saturday, it kind of feels early today. So anyway, you guys, it's just so fun. And so I haven't opened my mystery box yet from my Peddler's Alley. So I've got that all ready here for us to open up and see what kinds of things that we've got to work with today. Oh, okay. Let me see. It looks like, okay, let me, I've got that little intro so that I can try to get my, my comments up, and I don't know, on my computer, they just stall out. So I've got a couple of places that I can look at them. So that'll be good, right? If I've got somewhere to look, we should be good, and we'll just roll with that. Thanks for getting me shared in, Lori. So Lori is our hostess today from my Peddler's Alley. So I'm Christy here at My Artful Adventures, and like I said, today we are in an event in the Crafty Bunch Facebook group, and it's sponsored by My Peddler's Alley, which is a shop on Etsy, and she has sent everybody, all the presenters today, she has sent us each a mystery box, and so we aren't supposed to open it up until now, and so I've been good. I haven't opened mine up yet, so we are ready, and I've got it here, and let me put us down to the desktop, you guys. Okay, here it is. I am ready to open her up. I did finally grab something. I really didn't know what I was going to use. See? I'm even cutting the tape open. I really struggled with trying to figure out what I might use for today. Oh, it's got more tape. So, hang on. Oh my goodness. That is tough. But you gotta do these so they stay closed, right? You want them to stay closed. Oh, and I tell you what, her packaging is always fabulous, you guys. Okay, ta-da! Oh, looky here. She packs things so great. And it's, whatever you get from her, they're all packed up nicely. And look, then you've even got some of these tissue papers to use or whatever it is. Hey, you guys, let me pop in and say hi to our friends that are popping in. So Heidi and Cheryl, Lori's here. Lori is My Peddler's Alley. Our other Cheryl, there's Nicole, and Jeanette, Kathy, Dolores, Lisa, Daryl. You guys, and for our presenters, if you see somebody's name pop up and there is like well, and I shouldn't say this because now I can't tell, but if you see somebody, and for a while the book had a follow button that you could do it right there from, from right where you were looking at. You can just follow right from there. But be sure and go check if you see any presenters that you are not familiar with. Be sure and go and, check them out. You never know when you might find your next favorite person to watch all the time, right? There, I got myself back into the screen there. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, look, we got, and all the things that she ties up stuff with, we've got those to use. So, the goal is to use the things from this box of goodies to make something. Oh, we got a whole bunch of paper here. Hey, that's good. We can use that. And I'll show you in a minute what I finally came up with to use for a base. She told us we were going to need a base. So I got something for a base. Oh, look at that. Oh, and I forgot. Today, everybody today has the same goodies in their box. And that's one thing on Lori's site. A lot of times you go on there and so this is 2 pieces. We could separate those if we wanted to. A lot of times she has things that are, there's more than one, right? More than one bunch of them. So that's kind of fun. You know, if you see something that she's put together, you don't have to feel like, you know, it's a one and done thing. Look at all of these. Oh, so much texture and goodness. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. And you know, because it's vintage goodies, and I know that's what she specializes in. Let me show you what I've got. Let me make a better spot here, right to this side of me. Well, I'd have room if it wasn't for that goofy lid. I don't want it to fall off. Okay, there. I got that secured. Look at what I've got for... Okay, this is going to drive me bonkers. I gotta get that straightened out. There, that's better. Look what I got. I decided I would grab... I saw these yesterday in my stash, and I thought I still didn't have any idea this morning what I was going to use for a base. And I thought about that, and I thought, you know what? A file folder is sturdy. And with the colors that I know, you know, we're going to probably have some vintagey looking things. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab that and use it. And I think before I get started here, I think I'm going to go ahead and, you know how file folders have these places to where you can, it's like they're scored already. And it's to give you more room if you have more files in them. So I'm going to actually go ahead and fold these. Oh my goodness. You would think for it already being scored that would be a little bit easier. I could have like rescored it a little bit, right? But I'm just going to do that because that way if I want it to be a little bit deeper, it will already be ready. Good grief. My husband was asking me if I had a file folder. He wanted to take one to work. And so I pulled this out and I go, well, I just have fancy ones. And so then come to find out he wanted like more than one, and I go, sorry, you can't have more than one of these. These are not like just manila file folders. You know, you're gonna have to get a little package. Yeah, he has a retirement job that's in retail. He works over at a Home Depot. Which is kind of funny in itself. Okay. Not really the home improvement or kind of guy. But it gives him something to do, somewhere to go, other people to talk to. Okay, there we go. We got that all set. Phew! I didn't think that was going to take that long. Okay, let me see here. Hey, Teeny. Martha's here. Hey, Linda. Lori, Joan, Susan, you guys, Jolene, thanks for popping in, you guys. And if I didn't see you were here, I appreciate you being here. Okay, now we just got to decide what in the world we're going to do with it, right? I got my Fabri-Tac here, and I've got my other little glue here. This is that reptile glue that I use. I probably should have made sure it's ready and easy to get out of here. And it works really great. It doesn't take long to grab and, you know, hold stuff. Although sometimes, you know, if I do want a little more time to have for things to like move around or whatever, I do like to use the Fabri-Tac glue. So, you know, every glue has its best things that it's good for, right? And these two both will almost stick anything. actually. But this one is great, especially for fabrics and stuff. It grabs a little bit better and faster. It's like thicker. It's a thicker glue, and so it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, are we ready? Phew. Okay, I don't know what we're doing. Let's just start. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, I know. You know what? How wide is this? Oh, looky here. Looky here, looky here. We could start by making some extra pockets in here. That could be fun. And we could even do it like a double pocket. Like that. We're going to use the file. Oh, well, you know what? Do we want to do it this way, or do we want to use it like this to where it could be like still a file folder? Oh, that's a good question. What do you think? I'm kind of thinking maybe keep it like a file folder. No, I don't like. No, because I think we'll just get more use out of it like this, and then if we can put it like this, we're going to close it. The stuff will still stay. So I think I want to use it this direction. So, and I think I'll leave it here at the tab. And I don't really care if it... Okay, let's do it. Let's just start. Okay. So, here, let's give it a little help. Right like that. Oh, okay. And I don't care if it doesn't go clear over here to the edge. That'll be fine. And then I think I'll crease it here at this other, at the farthest score. I don't think it's gonna matter if it's exact, right? That's pretty close. And now we need to cut some off here. So let's make it look nice on both sides, like it was intentional. You always want it to look like it's intentional, right? Hey, Celeste. Oh my gosh, you guys. I almost grabbed my fabric scissors to cut this paper. That would have been a sad day. I even ran in the other room and grabbed my my scissors. I had been making up those little packs for my sale, and I'd been cutting some ribbons, and so that's just always easier with your things that you are using, you know, for fabrics and ribbons if you're using your fabric scissors, right? And so I had gone in there. Okay, look, we've got this nice dark looking, you know what, man, I wish I would have, you guys, is this even gonna stick? It feels kind of like parchment paper. Oh my goodness, is it gonna stick? Now I wish I'd have grabbed like some brads or like eyelets or something. Okay, I guess we're not gonna know until we try. Okay, let's use a tiny bit of ink on the edges. Oh, now I'm afraid. Yes, I almost used the fabric scissors. That would have been a sad day, wouldn't it? I tell you, because all the scissors in here, and I've told people before that trick about, you know, if you're trying to cut something, you can use that back edge of your scissors close to where, you know, they all connect, because you use those a lot less. And, you know, if you're trying to cut a little bit of ribbon or something, at least you've got that part. And, you know, you're pretty assured that that part's going to... Look at that. That just looks great. Okay, you guys. Let's try it. It should stick. Okay, thanks, Lori. Let's go. Well, you know what? Let's try this one because it'll stick fast. So let's go ahead and let's just try it like one section at a time. So let's do this part first. and I'm just going to use this one. Try and get it down here. And hope for the best, right? Just hope for the best. What if you sandpaper the edges to cut the glossiness? Well, that is a thought. I don't know. Oh, and talk about parchment paper. We had something the other day that, I don't know. I think that's going to stick. We had something we were cooking the other day, and we'd used, well, actually, and you guys, we could not get the food off of the parchment paper, and I just laughed and I said, I have never had that happen, that we had something stuck on the parchment paper. You know what? Let's do, I've got this. I am going to kind of do that a little bit. That's funny. Yeah, you can really tell that has kind of cut that. Well, at least we'll have one half of it that sticks, right? Okay. I want to know how many of you have ever been in a mystery event where you don't know what you're getting or what you're going to have until the last minute. It's kind of stressful. I always, you know, I get up on these mornings and then it's like, why did I say I would do this? Why did I say I would do it? But, you know, I'm a trooper and here I am and we're going to work through it, right? Okay. And then just press it down good. And now we want to do these edges. Now, what we might do is go ahead and, you know, I don't even think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put a little glue through here. And then I'm just going to glue the edges. So I'm just going to do that part. You know, you've always got the building part that has to be done, right? All the building has to be done before you can start decorating. Ah, Heidi, you're so sweet. Thank you. Well, right. And Teeny, that was what I meant, you know, from anybody, not just Lori, not just from Peddler's Alley, but, you know, from anybody. I tell you, the first one I ever did was a tiny little box of stuff, and it was for an ATC event, and I had the tiniest little box. It was the, you know, it was so cute. The whole little box was just cute, and I really had so much fun doing it. Of course, you know, the person had put in such a great selection of stuff. It's all, you know, when you've got a nice selection of things like this, you know, it's always easy to, you know, come up with something. Now, this, you know, you can see this isn't flat when it bends, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to be okay with a whole lot of stuff about this because, you know, the idea is to have fun and be creative. It's not about making stuff perfect, right? That takes the joy out of it. I am going to cut this off because it's sticking out. Now I'm probably gonna wish I didn't do that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what? I'm also gonna take a little bit of ink, and this has been bugging me. Probably needs to be darker, but at least it won't be quite as obvious. So there we go. That's a little bit better. All right, now what? Now what shall we do? Oh my goodness, we got so much stuff in here. Let's for sure work on something on the cover, right? Because why not? So now we've got our pockets going this way, so for sure we'll want to decorate it, you know, with it vertical like this. All of these papers, and look how great these papers are gonna look. The tissue. Oh man, there's just so much of it. Lori, thank you so much for all of your fabulous things in the kit. Okay, I'm going to tear this kind of in half. Sort of, right? I should have probably just cut it, because now we've got one rough edge and the others aren't. But that's okay. Actually, let's go ahead and make it to where these are a little bit rougher. They won't be, you know, perfect, but they won't be pristinely cut like they are now. Okay, and I don't care if the other ends are. Do I know what I'm doing? Okay. Whew. Thanks for being brave. Oh. We need people to challenge us, right? Okay. Let's take this and put a little glue on it to help kind of hold some of it in place. We kind of pinch it together here. Okay. All right, let's let that sit for a second, and let's try to do another little piece, lighter and smaller. We can ripping. Phew, okay. We don't need as much, so let's make it a little bit smaller, maybe smaller yet. You know, when you're not doing something that is an exact science, it's always, you're just guessing all the time, right? Okay. So let's make this one I want it to be kind of small. Make a little bunch. You guys are being ridiculous in there. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I just saw the one piece that was I bet you guys didn't know I could go that long without talking, did you? Let's find something. The center. Nice boy. I'm gonna get something. Let me move that away from over there. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I hope I have another bottle of Fabri-Tac somewhere, because actually I think I have a whole new one, but it used to sit around here where I saw it all the time, and I don't see it. Okay, now when we get ready to place it down, let's find something fun to put it on. Which is this whole box, right? The whole box is a box of fun. Oh, look at this. Ooh, I like it. What do you guys think? Isn't that fun? Let's I'm not wild about all this down here. I don't even know how. I can tell it's been torn. I'm not a professional tearer. So I don't know. I can just cut and kind of fray it a little, maybe. Yeah, see, I don't know. I watch these ladies tear stuff, and I'm like thinking, I'll start to try and tear something, and it just sits there. Just like, okay, so much for that. Look at this, though. Look at all this frayed goodness, and I like it. Maybe move this up a little so more of that is showing at the bottom. What do you guys think? I love it. I'm in love with it. I could just stop and be happy with it. Do you guys do that? Do you just like have your things, you're working on, and it's like, oh, I like it like that. And then you just think, oh, I could just be happy. If I didn't do another thing to it, I could be happy. So let's put glue on here and tack it down in some strategic places. See, and this is why Fabri-Tac is so good, is because you can do that. I mean, it's there, it's thick, and it'll grab that fabric. Not wild about all of the little spiderweb fibers. It's kind of like, how hot glue has all those fibers, except Fabri-Tac will stick. You guys, how many of you use hot glue a lot and have success with it? I just don't. It's like it sticks for a while, and then the next thing I know, it has come off. And I don't know, maybe it's user error. I have no idea. And this little piece here, I want a little bit of that sticking out there. Look at that. So it's kind of got some movement there. It's not just, or you know, it looks kind of organic. Look at that. I mean, now if you were going to put that down there, well, I know some of you would just do that anyway. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to throw that down there. I just don't work so much like that. And then let's find a spot for this, and we'll just start on this one. We will just put our glue on the back here of our little flower. And I think we want it up a little bit. You know, I can see in the monitor, since I'm not looking down from the top, that's actually kind of helpful. And then let's put a little here to pull that around. There. Oh my goodness. How fun is that? And you could still add some other little pieces. You know, we could still tuck in another, this kind of brings a different tone of this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick this in at the edge. Andrea says she uses 3-in-1. Hi, Susan. You hot glue. You'll add other glue. Yeah, that's smart. That's a good idea. Now, I'm just going to snip this. A reason to keep your fabric scissors, right? And then I'm just gonna kind of tuck it in here. Like that. I mean, it's a very subtle, you know, addition out there, right? And if we've just got that one spot, that's okay. Because 1 is an uneven number. That's the way I like to build my stuff. Now, if that can stay under the edge of that flower, that will make me happy. I'm loving it, you guys. When you're happy with your own stuff, it's a good sign, right? I would rather be happy than like, oh my God. I tell you, I did something one time that was kind of a, it was probably it was a weird theme for one thing, and my project you had to have certain things that you used. So it's kind of like this, except we had to pick it out, and it was it was interesting to say the least. And I tell you what, I just felt like it was a total flop. And yeah, and it wasn't just me. I mean, it really was. It was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Make it look like a leaf. Oh, this part? Oh, can I? Is it too late? Oh, that is a cool idea. Let me see. Well, I don't know. You know what? Let's see if we can use a different piece to do something like that. Lisa, that's a good idea. Let me see. Well, I don't know. What if we added, okay, all of this is paper. What if we actually do a couple of leaves out of the paper? That could be kind of fun. Oh boy, that got choppy. Oh my goodness, what in the world? another one. That looks like it can be an okay size. Now, you know, I don't know how I'm feeling about just doing 2. I'm probably going to have to do 3. Because that just seems appropriate. I'm going to do another one, and this one I'll probably cut down a little bit, but I'll just start with the same kind of a shape. Okay. What have you guys been doing today? Don't you love these days with my Peddler's Alley? I tell you, it's just so fun to watch everybody and watch them create on the fly. Super fun days. Let me get this off of here. All right, and one more. You need to, Cheryl says she needs to try Nouveau glue. Cheryl, I've heard good stuff about that as well. Well, I tell you what, I love those Nouveau drops, that's for sure. Especially the ones that are, oh, I can't, you know, they make a lot of products and they make a lot of them. And there's one of them that a lady who actually had something to do with the company in some form or fashion. She was the one who I learned about which one was a really good one to use. There, I like that. If you wanted to use it like little perfect dots, and she was right. I mean, you can drop those things down, and they really make a nice drop. And I use them a lot to kind of, for a little bit of decorative, you know, just to give a little dimension. And the colors I have are so, you know, it's so funny because the colors that I bought, you know, when you see me do something like this with these vintage colors, and then you see the other colors that, you know, I use, it's like, oh yeah, she uses a lot of different colors than what this vintage stuff looks like. But you know, variety is the spice of life, right? I'm gonna put it on both sides because then it can kind of catch what it is hiding under too. I'm just going to kind of layer those like that. And should we add one more? I don't know. Even though I kind of like 3s, I don't know. I kind of like just those 2 right there. What do you guys think? Should I add another one? Time for audience participation. What do you vote for? Add another one or leave that one? Look, I love that. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you think this is a great start. What time is it? Oh my goodness, look. We've spent almost 40 minutes and this is what you've got. Lori says the tip is so small on the Nouveau drops you can even draw fine lines. Yes, that's exactly right. And yes, I so agree. And there's something about those tips that they work a lot easier than a lot of other things. That company has done a great job in, getting that together. I don't know. I applaud whoever has, done a lot of that work. I love this. What do you think? 2 or 3? You like it like it is just now. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Sherry likes 2. Yeah, I think, well, let's just leave it at 2, you guys. I'm happy with that. I think that is fun. Let's go in and one more. Lori says 1 more. I don't know. If I added 1 more, I could. And, well, shoot, what happened to it? What happened to the other one? Oh, my goodness. Well, this is how I work. If I was going to add a 3rd one, I almost think I would add it almost in the same area because I don't really like it going all over this way. I would do it, I think, close over here. And now I've lost it. Okay, there's our answer for that one. That was not meant to be at this moment. I really don't know what I did with that. That's kind of crazy. Okay, now then, you know, I'm kind of sorry I did not run that ribbon like behind, or yeah, to use for a closure. I'm sorry I did not run it across somewhere so I could tie it. I'm the worst about thinking about that after the fact. This is not my first time. Let me think here for a second. And now I've got that glued down too. I'm trying to think of all my mini closure ways. Well, whatever it is, it's not going to work to have all of, to be super hidden, is it? Well, you know what? I tell you what we could do. We could still make this into a closure and use some of these things to kind of cover the edges. That would still be fun. We could do that. That'd be great. Or what about even a, no, I really don't want to do anything else on this part. Unless I find the other leaf. We may add that. Aw, thanks, Cheryl. Okay. Aw, thanks, Daryl. You guys are so sweet. I so appreciate you being here with us today and, you know, checking it out and in the event. So where the event is in the event is sponsored by my Peddler's Alley, her Etsy shop, and she also has a Facebook page, and she is part of the Crafty Bunch group, which is a no-cost group on Facebook, and that is where we are streaming everybody into today. So if you are wanting to see everybody, all you have to do is be in the Crafty Bunch, and then you can see the very next person coming up after me. All you have to do is refresh your page. In fact, give me just a second. I should have known, and I was naughty and did not see who was going to be up after me. Hang on one second, and we will check that out. Well, why did that happen? Okay. All right. You know, sometimes when you're trying to do things after the fact, it's just ridiculous. Well, this is weird. Oh my goodness, my computer, if I try to go into a different thing, it wants to verify who I am. It's not going to let me look. And I'm reading comments partly on my phone, so I can't go back. Who is next? Somebody help me so we know who is next. Cheryl. Thank you, Heidi. Oh my goodness. Cheryl, Mama P's Crafty Creations. She's coming up after me. I know. I failed as a presenter today. I at least get a D for that part, not knowing who was after me. Shame on me. Shame on me for not knowing. I tell you, you guys, if you've been following along this week, I have been in so many things this week. I've been busy this week. Crazy, huh? Okay, this is what I think let's do. Let's go ahead and let's add these along here. And we don't need that much for a tie. If we just do about this much, that'll be fine. And then I'll still have a little snippet left over that we can use for something else. Heidi, I love you too. Oh my goodness. I watch some of these other creators, and especially the ones that, you know, use a lot of this stuff all the time. And they just do such amazing work, and I always feel so honored that, you know, that they let me be a part of it, because I'm like, you know, I don't always use vintagey stuff. So when I get to do this and they trust that I'll come through, I feel very honored. Okay. And look at me. Look, you guys. I've got strings. For those of you who follow some of them, you know they're always doing string puddles. Like, look, I got something for a string puddle. Okay, so let's do this. And let's get this in here in some form or fashion. We will go ahead and glue it down first. And then we'll decide what we're going to do to kind of cover it up. How's that sound? So let's get it down here. We'll bring it clear out to the edge. Get it down here. Give it a good stick. Okay. And now let's bring our other one over here. And one easy way to make sure you've got them lined up is fold that over. And now we know where it can live is right in here. That's got a cut piece. Let's snip a little of this off. And we're just going to put it right here. So actually, I can just put my glue right here. Oh, I hope my glue is going to get me through. Cheryl, that is such a great way to look at it and think about it, and it's so true. Because, you know, when we watch these things and we get all kinds of great ideas, and you know, it's not that anybody has, you know, never seen anything that anybody has done, but you know what, there's so many ideas floating around out there that sometimes you forget. And I'll see something that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's like it's not a new idea, and I'll think, oh, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna show that again, and there will be somebody that has never seen it. I got that tucked, that got folded under there and made it kind of thick. That's okay. Okay, now we can use something else and kind of cover that up, right? And that'll give us even a nice way to start the inside. So let's do this. Let's grab a little bit of this, or let me see. This piece might be a little bit more dense. That could work. And you know, I don't even think we need a ton of it, right? We just need kind of a little snippet that'll cover that space. Don't you think? Let's try this. Maybe even turn that the other way. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Okay. So I mean, it's kind of hidden and kind of not, right? Okay, I think I'm going to turn it over and kind of get some glue on there so we can tack it down. Oh my goodness. My glue is starting to stick to everything. And you know, that's okay. Just so we don't see like that raw edge, I think that'll be fun. You know, look at this. It's made its own thread puddle. My first thread puddle, sorta. Oh my goodness, I got a faux thread puddle. It was still attached, right? Stick with me for other ideas. Okay, let's see. I like it though. Okay, now, okay, let's try and do another little part. This one is gonna have to. Okay, this one is not quite as. We're just gonna have to snip into it, right? How do these ladies tear this stuff? I guess like that. There we go. Okay, now I know. Alright, that worked. So let's see about putting that over here. That kind of got a little bit messy. Do we care? Should we just leave it? Oh, I think we can kind of tuck it in, and although it's kind of, Well, I don't know. I think it works. We'll just pat it all down. We'll get some glue on it and then we'll pat down some of it. Okay, we have 10 minutes. Heidi. Oh, you guys. You are just gonna... I have to tell this story. It is too funny not to tell. And since it's the weekend. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm going to. So my daughter works at school, and she works at the high school, and so she has some kids in her room, a lot, and a lot of times they are watching things on YouTube and stuff like that. It's a special department, and so some of the kids are in there more often during the day than not, and it can be different different people in there, and so some of them have found out that I am also I do a lot of these things, and I stream them both to YouTube and to Facebook, and so some of the kids have found out that I am on YouTube, and they think that it is so fabulous and they want to watch. And so they found me the other day and I was live, and they wanted to have her put me up on the big screen. And so it wouldn't work. And I said, well, it could be something, at school that is prohibiting you to, throw it up on the screen. And so she said, well, she goes, but, they're watching it there. They're already on the internet and they're already watching it there. And I said, yeah, but I said, who knows? It might have something to do with like when you try to, do it. So then she said she tried it the next day too, and she said it would not go. And so the one kid was so sad, and she sent me a picture. I saw it after I was done, and so, I am just a celebrity in some circles. Isn't that cute though? Okay. I told her, I said, oh, I hope that helps your standing as well. Okay, look at that. I like that. Okay, we got our clothes. You guys, I am not a fast crafter. I'm just not. Let's see. Oh, okay. We still got some other stuff we're going to have to do. We can't not use some of these. Let's put... Oh, I like that. Oh, look. K for Christy. Aw. Look, Lori did that just for me. She sent me that just for me. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to put it here, kind of at the corner, and I'm going to make it as a little tuck spot. And whoever mentioned that about sanding that, I appreciate that. Because a lot of times I will gesso. I'm going to turn so it doesn't make such a noise. A lot of times I will use some gesso on playing cards because then that also kind of preps it a little bit, and glue will grab. Or you can, you can paint and do a lot of other stuff that it just makes it easier. So let's put that on. And I'm just going to do two sides so that it will create that tuck spot. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a border. I should have inked around it a little bit. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to leave it. And now this little tag will fit right in there. So there, we're starting to build up some of our goodies. I love this though. I wish I would have thought about how that could be put onto the front, but I just kind of like this the way it is. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So you guys, I hope that you will watch and stay tuned and keep watching everybody in the Crafty Bunch. It'll be a fun day. Lori says she takes steel wool to take the shine off things. Yeah, you can do that. That is not something I have handy in here. And I probably need to make sure that sticks down there. And I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out something super fun to do with this. Let me see. I don't know. Well, I don't know. That kind of would be cute. I might consider that. I might consider that. And just tie this in here. Just put a little knot in it. Tuck it in there. Yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know. It could work, maybe. If I did that, I'd almost want to put another little gold thing somewhere. I don't know about that one. What do you think? You are welcome, Lori, and thank you so much for our box of goodies. That is so sweet of you. And you guys, you know, be sure and check out Lori's shop on Etsy. She's always got such wonderful items and they're good prices. Hi, Anne, our friend in sunny Northern Ireland today. You got some sunshine. Good deal. That always makes us feel good, doesn't it? Well, I don't know. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I'm glad. For me, you know, like I said, I'm not that fast of a crafter, so if I can get the ties done and get a cover done, I feel kind of accomplished. How about that? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I do like this thing, though. I'm just not sure where I'm going to put it. I just don't know. So much good stuff, though. But, oh, my goodness. Look at all the fun texture stuff that we still have to use on either in here or whatever else we might want to do. So much fun. You know what? I might make this into kind of like a little tag or something. Oh, that could be fun. Except I would probably put it on this side. Oh, we could make it kind of like a little belly band somewhere. Although we don't need it in here. You know, that really would be kind of fun. Oh, I got it. We got a tuck spot over here and we could do like kind of a little belly band thing. I like that idea. I'm going to rip this right here. So you guys, let's go see Cheryl and see what she's up to. She's always got some wonderful ideas. I love watching. I love watching everybody that has signed up for this event. You're going to love them all. And I hope that you will stay tuned and watch everybody today, because it's going to be wonderful. And like she was saying a minute ago, you're going to get such great ideas. Look at that. That's going to be fun. We'll just make a tiny little belly band right there and put this on. Except I'm going to take this off. I'm going to tie, or I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to put a little bow on it. How about that? Thanks, Susan. Okay, you guys, my time is up, and I will see you next time. And have a wonderful day. And be a reason to, you know, tell somebody that they're important, right? Even smile at somebody. You never know who might need that, right? I will talk to you later. And thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.